Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab, doing a whole bunch of thinking, coming with a whole bunch of crazy concepts, but I put them down and I present them to you. There's a lesson here somewhere. Let's get this party started. Wrightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in, you receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's see if I can keep it going. Right Thinker's mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right Thinker's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. Right thinkers, your goal as a right thinker is to know thyself. I give you the things you need for that to happen. Your job is to come get them, learn them, implement them, and know thyself. Let's go. Right thinkers, let's talk about what makes us God-like. That's the question. Our spirit and soul. The same thing. Oh, no, no. Ancients called it the ba and the ka. Another lesson. The ba signifies your conscious on the falcon's body. Okay? So it's the falcon body with your head on it. That's the ba. That's the ba. That's the spirit. The soul, which is a ka, is the sign. You see two hands up like that, like the referee in the football game. They cross the end zone, touchdown. That's what the ba said. And that's when you die, you go over the end zone. Okay, you touching down conceptually. I like the analogy that my man, Brother Sanchez, used that concept. I like that concept. I think it was apropos. But let's go. Now, knowing thyself is the goal for all right thinkers. Let's go. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is, oh, excuse me. I asked the question, do you know you? Sorry about that. It's rhetorical. If you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. That's what I do for you. Let's go. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not, I think I did this already. And because I don't do no editing, you're going to get it the way I give it to you. So, yeah, if I did, I'm sorry. I just lost train of thought. Looking down here and changed my mind. So I'm going to go over it again, and I'm doing it now. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritual asleep. I can awaken them. I'm a spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. Yeah, I remember doing this now. All these, excuse me, a person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right? Thinkers, know thyself. And to my yacht, be true. Let's talk about what I was trying to give you. What makes us God-like? Yeah, I'm human. I just made an error. That's human. That ain't God-like, but I am human. Moving on. Whenever we make or do something that we ain't too proud of, we fall back on, well, I'm only human. Yeah, I'm human. I don't use that as an excuse, but yeah, let's go. So let's talk about what makes us God-like. Oh, yeah, I just explained it to you. Spirit and the soul, they're two different things. But let's talk about it. The same thing that made Haru, which is your spirit, in you, God, by what? He defeated his lower nature. We call it his Uncle Set, the evil one, the ego. But that's the concept. You are in constant moral struggle with what? Your lower nature. You represent, Haru represents the higher nature. So that's your spirit. You have to raise your conscious level to meet that level to what? Know thyself. God is our spiritual father. And understand this. We all claim it, yeah, yeah, yeah. But if you are understanding of that, we all are his children. If that's so, why we do so much bad to each other? That's the first thing. In order for you to prove you're a good child, you need to know thyself. Why? Watch this. In the flesh, you have no knowledge of your father because of your ignorance. That makes you a spiritually bastard child. Why? No knowledge of your father. And if you're a Mason, your father, what? You're the widow's son. Why? Because your father is dead. But if you don't have no knowledge of him, you're a bastard child. Okay? Spiritually. Now, knowing your father and you are one in the same, a what? Oh, excuse me, resurrected spirit. That's what we are. Remember the story. We keep going back. Haru is his father reincarnated to fight against his evil uncle, which is the ego spirit self that's in you. And they show you the sign with, I just used the concept, set, devil, get behind me. Why? It's appendage that's on you. You have to make the decision. And when you do what's right, you're rewarded. When you do what you want, oh, you had to pay the price for that. It's called suffering. Also, it's called getting what you deserve. We know that's karma. You reap what you sow. If you put out bad, you guaranteed to get bad in return. That I can guarantee you too. Now, we was given spirit, which is the body, life force, and ka, which is the soul, which is our conscious mind, to become conscious of who ourselves, so that we can know ourselves. You put them two things together, that gives you the whole person. The I by itself, yeah, yeah, but you need what? The am, the spirit to give it life. The soul is the I. You're conscious of I, me. Yeah, okay, that's the ego. You identify with that first. Now you got to get conscious of what? The heart mind, the real conscious. That's spelled CONSCIENCE. Meaning it's proven fact that this is the heart that you need to be conscious of. When you put them two together, your soul is your mind. You think. Yep. Soul is what they consider what magnetism. Okay, your personality, the real you, the essence of who you are. I know you got soul. We got that groove, got that rhythm. Soul is that movement, character. Your soul, what mind, and you are what you think you are. That's why I try to tell you the last lesson about the power of belief. If you believe what they tell you, you'll be fine. Why? Because you're going to make it happen. That's the power of the belief. You ain't doing it because they said it. You believe, doing it because your belief and your power of belief will make it happen. They call it a miracle. Why? How these niggas pulling off that stuff? We know. That's why. Moving on. Different concepts. Sorry about that. Moving back. Your soul, what? Reaches the I. Or excuse me. Your soul declares I. Yeah. That's the ego. That's the, yeah. And that's right. That's right. But you had to what? Raise the level to get what? The am. That's the spirit. That's the life giver. The I don't give life. It just recognizes itself from that concept. Hope you understand the concept I'm trying to get you to understand. And that's what your mind saying what? I know who I am. When you reach consciousness, you're saying, I know I'm God. Yeah, you have to learn that. Wow, we come here with a blank slate. You have to live, do, and be, and find out for yourself. That's why we have spiritual beings. We got to go through what? The human experience for that to happen. I get a little excited, so sorry about that. But God is pure conscious. That means he done took you, and I spelled the conscious with, again, SCCONSCIENC. Why? Because he's conscious of nature. He's conscious of every animal of his creation. He's conscious of man. So hence, all conscious, pure conscious. This is his. We belong to him. In your dream, you only control it because it's yours. Anybody you bring into it outside of you is your choice. They didn't come there on their own. It's all mental. Understand that. And God has that kind of power in all his creation. Just understand that. So, God is pure conscious. We are mind in what? In his mind and spiritual beings. We have the ability to recognize who we are. The animals don't. They are spirit. They have life, yeah, but they are conscious. That's the difference. I want to get you. Even us being conscious, we still act like some of the animals. Moving on, we already got past that. But we have that what? That soul, okay? That rhythm, that vibration, that comes natural to us. And that is unique in what? All of us. Like the butterfly. They are all beautiful, but don't no two butterflies look the same. That's God. And out of all his creation, he been doing it for a long time, and he ain't duplicated nothing yet. It's a bad man. Okay. Now it was what? In your soul, which is inside you, guess what? It wants to shine. That's the ego. Again, you can give it its time, let it shine, but if you the one who polishing up, it'll shine the way you want it to, not the way it wants to. That's the difference. That's being in control over the ego self. Now let's talk about the spirit thing. Spirit is life force. Haru, that's the spirit. Het Haru is the spirit that's inside you. God inside his creation. Spirit lives inside his own house. It's God living inside his own creation. So that's who we represent. And we was created from his tears. So that means man is sorrowful. Man will suffer. Yeah, at his own peril. Once he recognized who he is and how he should live, he will live in the paradise. Okay? I ain't went nowhere. I'm in paradise right now, right here amongst everybody else. Catching hell. I'm watching, I'm seeing, but I ain't part of none of that nonsense. I'm sliding between the BS of the world like the eel through seaweed. Why? I know myself. With that kind of knowledge, it gives you ability to do just that. Moving on. Now, if you have spirit, you have life. Okay? Soul means you got, yeah, but spirit is life. The body ain't got no spirit. Soul don't make a difference. The soul could be there, it just ain't doing nothing. Okay? God is spirit. Human beings have spirit. That's life. And that's what makes us God-like. But once we become conscious of that, we become God, what? With conscious of self. And we become him in the flesh, anointed with knowledge of him, reaching Christhood, anointed, nirvana. But that state of supreme bliss, why? With knowledge of self and living righteous and being a good person gives you that while you still here on earth, not in the sky by and by, as my man Reverend I can tell you. All right. God, gods are what? Immortal human beings. But we are spiritual beings, what? Thinking we are what? Humans. And human beings are what? Mortal gods, believing they're human beings. Once you become conscious, when you believe you're human, that means you're working on your five senses. You can smell it, you can see it, you can hear it, you can touch it and taste it, and that's all you got. No, it ain't. Slash. The thinking process, the thought process should be done before, not after. If you thought something and you did it wrong, that's because you didn't know. Stop thoughting and get more knowing before you perform something. If you're a Monday morning quarterback, your record is over. Why? Because everything you did before the Monday, you lost. Why? That's what gave me the understanding for Monday morning quarterback. You know what you didn't do or what you should have did, but you didn't do it when you should have. That's Monday morning quarterback, and they all have yet to win a game. And if you persist on living your life that way, you won't win in life either. Life is a game. Get with the movement. Yeah, I lost my man. Well, I hate when I do that. God is pure. God, okay, life for. Okay, now God is also hidden. Amen. Y'all say amen at the prayer. He's hidden. Y'all saying God, but God is hidden. You have to search and go in search of him, the truth, to find the real deal. He's not going to make it easy for you. Again, so God is hidden where? Up there. No. Over there. No. Bottom. No. In the heart of man. Understand that. God is hidden inside of his creation. Try to give you the heads up. I'm getting you. I'm trying to walk you through this thing so you can get understanding and follow along. If God is in his creation, that means humans are what? Humans, we have what? God knowledge. We have the spirit of God in us. So that's what he gave us. He gave us that. We had to become conscious and become what? Good custodians or good servants to him, for he will bless you more than you can imagine. And if those who understand that, do that. It ain't based on the religion you profess. That's why I keep trying to tell you. I didn't get to God through religion. Good work, good deeds, righteous living. I can attest to that one. other one, I'm sure there are other ways, but I don't know those. I know this one. That's the one I took. That's why I can tell you what I know. Moving on. That's the whole point. Humans are ignorant gods. No, you got the spirit of God. You just don't have knowledge. That makes you ignorant. You just don't know. Again, and if you want to go through life believing in God, you're still not going to know him. Why? Because you believe you do. When the things happen that he's given you that you earned and worked for, you just believing on the belief merit system. When you know, and once he rewards you, you should not believe in him no more. You should what? Know him. What? Through his works for you. Blessing that he bestowed on you. What somebody else get blessed for ain't none of your business. But the blessing that you receive should be an indicator that if you did right, you got some return. Let me see if that works again. I tried that. It's been 11 years now. It still works. Trust me. That's what I'm telling you. If you practice that, I guarantee you something good in return. Simple as that. And every church and every religion promise the same thing. It's up to you to put the work in. I'm not against no religion. The person who professing or practicing religion, that's on you to make it work for you. If that's what you're doing, that's all I'm saying. I know how to make right thinking work for me. And if you practice it, it'll work for you too. That's my point. Just like religion. Moving on. We come, watch this, into human form. We come to have a human experience for the purpose of what? You ready? To be rich and famous? No. To get married, have a no. Big fat, no. Know thyself. The goal for all humans is to know thyself. All that other stuff, you can have it, but without knowledge of self, it really means nothing. And once you get knowledge of self, guess what? It still won't mean nothing. That's the difference. Moving on. We are divine spiritual beings. That's by nature. It's a gimme. But we think we're what? Just human beings. I'm just human. I ain't perfect. That ignorant thinking means ignorant living, means ignorant repercussions and consequences. What? Suffering. Ding, ding, ding. I want this. I want to do better. I want to be better. What's stopping you? You. We are gods in the flesh. The body will stay on earth. They tell you, body to earth, spirit to heaven. The spirit moves on either to another body or it goes home. It don't have a bunch of choices. It don't need a bunch. It's either going to go somewhere else or it's going to go home. Simple as that. Your choice when you come here is to get that spirit enlightened so it can go home. If you come here to enjoy the things here, oh, you'll be back. Why? Because you ain't going home. You will be gone. The spirit will come back again. Moving on. That's just the concept. If you believe that, you can live by that, and that ain't a bad thing to do. Why? I profess it. Why? I believe it. Now I manifest it. So I won't know until what? Time comes. Anybody came back and told us yay or nay for religious or conception to make a difference. Ain't nobody came back yet. We have to earn our wings, our spiritual wings. That's why angels have wings. All animals, birds, that's why your spirit is spot or the aspect is of a winged animal. Your ego is a four-legged animal set. He is a unique, one-of-a-kind entity. They did that for a reason. He cannot have kids. He cannot reproduce. Why? It's a concept that he's a unique, one-of-a-kind. That's why. So all the stories I hear, sometimes they putting set in the father position. You really miss the aspect of what we teach. And again, that happens, and I'm seeing it more and more. That I got to get past that. But the fact of the matter is, set is a concept, an aspect, a function. It cannot reproduce. Simple as that. It can self-destruct. It can kill. It can maim. It can do a lot of things. But reproduce. That's the concept. That's the personality of that ego concept. Trust me. To know thyself is why we have human experience. Why? If we in spirit form, we don't have a conscious, no body to prove the conscious and the heart-mind coherence. So we need a physical body so the conscious that's in the body can match the heart with this in the body, conscious mind. Put them together, that's what God wants. Why? Spirit without conscious ain't no use to him either. We don't know what it is. It don't know itself, so it can't come here. No, my man. Keep it moving. And we have criteria for everything. You can't drink or smoke till you get 21, but you're grown at 18. See, so we play that game back and forth, moving on. But that's what I'm saying. We are spiritual beings. And watch this. Knowing thyself through only way you can do that is through coming into the physical form and having a human experience. I'm down, relax. If you like being human, none of us do. Why? That's why we keep coming back reincarnated. Why? We didn't learn the lesson. We come here for a reason, not to have fun and let nonsense. Why? That's going to keep you coming back. Don't go to the light. If you have a near-death experience, don't go to why? The light is the trapdoor back to here, to human existence. That's why. Go to the dark. All right? That's from whence we came. Our spirits understand this. What's inside us can't die. That's God. He cannot die. But he needs a human body for the body to become conscious to get his spirit back. It's on loan. Remember. And when he wants it back, he don't want it with no. I didn't give it to you that way. I want it enlightened. And my man said, one way or another, when he want it, what he want, he gonna get what he want. And if you ain't what he want, he ain't gonna deal with you. Moving on. Now, God gives us life. Again, he gives us that. Sorry, I get excited. He gives us life with spirit. Your job as the recipient of that life to become conscious of it and serve him as best you can. Why? Because you will go back to him. If you do so, he'll welcome you back home. When we send our kids out to the world, they always welcome home. You love to see the kids. Why? You can put them out there, but yeah, it's always good to see them. So in the end, everybody wants to reside back with the father, the mother, the grandparent, whoever they are. But being in their comfort, that's a good place to be. And that's where eternity. If you want to be eternity, ain't that where you want to be? Last one. When your soul and your mind makes the spirit heart connection comes from that heart, now you have what? God-like consciousness. Now you're God conscious. You prayed up. You're good to go. You're living, doing, and being what? Your best. Why? You're living spiritual discipline. And if religion gets you to do that, by all means. If Judaism gets you, knock yourself out. If Islam is the ticket for you to better yourself, I don't have a problem with none of them. I call it heart-mind coherence for that reason. You are thinking and feeling as one. When you're doing that in the proper manner, that's what it's all about. You will not have bad thoughts, bad ill will to anybody. You will be happy and content with yourself. I am. I'm trying to explain to you the things that you do is what make that happen. Thinking about it, talking about it, dreaming and wishing about it. Don't make it happen. Being about it, like my man. Say that and be about it, whatever it is. But yeah, you need to be about it. That's right thinking, philosophy also. Now, your mind is your human part. This is God part. They should function as one. That was the intent. And that's the human purpose of coming here, learning and understanding that. Some take a long time, some learn quicker. The sooner you learn, the better your life will be. But if you don't, you'll be back. Why? That's the purpose of coming here. And you can't leave here until you learn that lesson, or you'll be back. Conceptually, black people are soul people, we claim. Oh, yeah. The other man is soulless. I call him the devil, not because of the color of his skin, but his intent. He is not a good person spiritually. That's why I call him the devil. He's in opposition with God. He's the one that wants to fight nature, and not but the devil. Moving on. That's the reason. So don't get caught up. It ain't your color. And your color don't determine or doesn't mean you can't obtain spiritual knowledge. No. But your eyes are becoming spiritually enlightened because of the way you were raised and way you think and how you feel about everybody other than yourself. It's hard. Why? You're not going to do that. Moving on. Anybody that can enslave a race of people for centuries over and over again, not good people. Well, that wasn't me. Okay, but still not good people. moving on. Let me wrap it up. Again, I appreciate you tuning. Wow, it went a little long. Sorry about that. Little mishap in the beginning. But let's go. Knowing thyself is knowing you, the I, and God, okay, the Spirit, are one and the same. That's it. I am. He told you that. Why? He's with you to the end. So you ain't by yourself unless you what? Rely on the ego. That's what takes God out of the equation. That's the you by yourself on the I. No and with that. You on your own. That's the lesson. Right thinkers. I hope you understand what makes us God-like and do what you need to do to reach that level. So what? We can go home. And in closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100 and be 100 minus a day. I never know that my right thinkers have passed away, but if you do the right thing, I see you on the other side. I'll be there. Peace.